Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we could do some fun clusters, some fun DIY embellishments with our scraps, with some leftovers, with things that maybe we don't use enough, or at least that's the idea that I have behind it. But I also thought that while I am crafting, and so you can just watch me do it, since it's not going to be nothing complicated, I thought I would talk to you a little about the recent issue that I had with my kit and what I learned about copyright. I had some questions about it, and it made me realize that maybe some of you guys are dealing with some similar doubts, like with the vagueness of copyright. So I just thought I would share my experience, and maybe we can all learn from it. Maybe if you are thinking of starting doing some digital work, maybe it will help you in any way. So yeah, so I thought I would talk to you about that. But first, let me show you what I'm going to be making, and I hope you will join me. So here are some embellishment clusters. Let me focus the camera, that I did last night, and I just used some random stuff. So I have some Tim Holtz little die cuts, some words, some stamps, scraps, some random pieces of ephemera that I had laying around for the longest time. I have this one with gold foil, this one with the postage stamp, and some ephemera pieces. There are some staples, some sprinkly little embellishments. So yeah, so this is what I would like to make today. And I dug out several pieces of my, sorry if you can hear some noises in the background. I think there is like some construction work just outside my window. But anyway, I used my circle and oval dies to cut some shapes from my scraps of pattern paper. And I think, circles are fun because a lot of us have circle punches. You don't have to use dies, but of course, if you like any other shape, use whatever you feel like. I like ovals and I like circles, and these are so great to just put on the page and you have a nicely decorated page, or put on your pockets or your journal cards and you have a nice decoration. And yeah, and they are ready to go. So definitely a fun thing to have. And to decorate them, I have some Tim Holtz ephemera. I have his filled notes and mini filled notes packs. I have some scraps, some random postage stamps, some stickers. These are chipboard stickers that I used to use when I was doing some scrapbooking and some Project Live, but I barely use them anymore. I have tiny word stickers, more tiny word stickers. I have my ephemera holder and some small pieces here, like for instance, tickets that we can use to do our little collages. So yeah, so I think this will be fun. And in the meantime, while you watch me work, I can just tell you what I learned from my recent experience. I do really believe that that we can share our experience, and I want you guys to have something from it too. If you can learn something, then I'm very happy to share with you. So let me start maybe by just taking some of this out. And so what I want to say first is, what I'm going to tell you is very specific to my situation, to the website where I got the images, to the author that created these particular images. And I would just like to ask you guys to always do your own research. And even if I say something here and this is to the best of my knowledge true, and this is what I got from talking to the author of the images that I used, I still would like to ask you to do your research and to always check the copyrights and to always do your best to try to understand them. Every website, every image stock, I believe, have their own copyright guidances, and the things that worked, you know, for me may not work if you use a different website or something like that. So I really wouldn't like to mislead you guys, so please do your research. So the website that I used to get the sunflower images and the most of the images that I used in my kit was Creative Market. I had some questions if it was the Graphics Fairy. It was not. I'm pretty sure that you are free to use the Graphics Fairy's images for your commercial work, but she also asks you to kind of do your own research on the copyright, so that's fair. The website that I used was the Creative Market, so there's that. And Creative Market is an amazing source of images. There are so many amazing, talented authors there, and I definitely recommend checking it out. It's a great resource, and if you just kind of learn from my mistakes, then it's definitely a great resource. So I will still be using it. I will just be even more careful than I have been so far, and so that I can avoid anything like this in the future. So let me tell you something more about Creative Market and the images that are there. So they offer very many packs of images. Beautiful. Most of them, or most of those that I love, are hand painted. They are scanned. They are great quality. They are truly amazing. So so there are so many to choose from there, you know, and they offer 3 types of licenses. They offer you the personal use license, which is your regular license where you can buy the images and use them for whatever project you want, for your own personal use. So you won't be selling the goods that you make with it. So that's pretty clear. The second license that they offer is the commercial license, and then there is also the extended commercial license. So, and here's the little catch. When you go to buy a kit from there, like with the commercial license or with the extended commercial license, they give you some very high-level description on this website where you buy the images. Very high-level description of of what this license covers. So this is certainly not all the information. Oh, I'm sorry, I think the courier just came by. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. I am just sending one custom order today, and the courier just came to pick it up. So I'm not sure what I was saying, but I think I was saying that where you purchase a commercial license to your images, where you purchase it, they give you a very high level explanation of what you can do with the images if you purchase this particular license. And so this is the very important thing. This is not all there is to this license, and there are some more guidelines, and I don't think they are very easy to find, to be honest. So you have to search for some like support page on this website, and there is like pages and pages of explanation about each license. So definitely don't depend just on what you see on the page where you are buying images. So that's the first thing. So there is more to the license. The second thing is that when you buy a commercial license, the wording is quite, well, for any license there, I find the wording is quite vague, and there may be many interpretations to it. And so the wording says that you can use the images in your own work, physical or digital, if you put time and effort into your work and you make it significantly different from the original image that you purchase, so that it does not compete with the original. This is pretty much what it says. And there's much more, so definitely, like I said, please do your own research and read the whole guidance if you buy from there. But yeah, so this is generally what it says. And I'm sorry, I'm just not very good at talking in English and working at the same time, but we'll just go with it. So, you see, I do think that my work could have been described as being according to those rules. I definitely did put time and effort into it. And as for it being significantly different, well, I bought the images without any texture over them, without any background, without any text, just bare images. What I did was I added loads of layers, textures, other images, inking around, you know, all that stuff. So I added loads and loads of layers, and I truly believed that that would be enough, you know, to consider first that I did my work on these, and also that they were not competing in a way with the originals. So the first of all, the author of the images, I'm just gluing down some little confetti pieces just to add some sparkle to these. So the author of the images did not agree. She said that adding background and text was not enough to make the images different, to make my project different from hers. And she also said, because this point, I think I'm not sure what would be considered by her as being significantly different, you know. So this is very like open for interpretation. And of course, because she is the author of those images, here's how this one turned out. Because she is the author of these images, she has the right, you know, to decide what she feels is and is not enough. But still, it did not give me much insight into what would be enough. But I kept asking her, and she told me that on Creative Market, when you buy images, you get each image individually, but you also get compositions of the images. And so she said to me that if it would be okay if I did not use her compositions, so like her flowers and branches and birds, the way she made them. But if I took each image separately, so each flower, each branch, each leaf, and made my own compositions with them, then that would be better, and that would be what would be considered significantly different. So so this is what confused me a little bit, because again, when you go on Creative Market and you check out the images that you are interested in buying, you will notice that many times the photos that showcase these images show the exact compositions that you buy, that the author made, used pretty much exactly the same without any changes on some products like cards, I don't know, invitations, wrapping papers. They have this like showcase gallery which shows you, which I understood shows you how you can use these images, and in fact you can't use them this way, at least not for digital items and not for the commercial license. That's what I understood. It's so complicated, guys, so I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense, but I'm literally sharing with you what I learned, and I hope that you can make some sense of it and maybe avoid my mistake. So to sum up, what I learned is that for digital products, because this is what we are talking here about, for digital products you are not allowed to use the compositions made by the author. Even though you buy them, you get them with your images when you purchase the set, so you're not allowed to use them. You are allowed to use the images separately and make your own compositions that look nothing like the compositions made by the author. This is her exact words. So the compositions that look nothing like hers. And of course you need to make sure you put time and effort into your project, and that your project is significantly different. I'm just looking for my scissors here. Is significantly different from the original, and is not in any way competing with the original, which again you know, your guess is as good as mine, I guess. I will try to work with the images from Creative Market again and be very, very careful about it, but that's it basically. It has to be significantly different, and I can't tell you guys how to do it because I haven't quite figured it out myself yet. So, and always do your research, guys, because like I said, I feel that these these guidelines for the commercial license are very much open to interpretation, and so I fear that even though this particular artist told me some of the things that, you know, I just shared with you, I fear that there might be some other artists there who feel differently, who have different opinions, and I am just very, like, I'm kind of worried that even if I make everything the way this particular author instructed me to and advised me to, that some other person that I purchase from may have some different view on this case and on my work. So definitely be careful. And I talked to one of the digital creators. I'm not going to say who it was, but I'm sure you guys know her. She is amazing. She was very kind to reach out to me even before the author of the images did, and help me to understand it, because she had a similar situation in the past. And turns out that what she does to avoid it is that when she purchases images from Creative Market, she does not make them a focal point. So I understand, even if she did her own composition with the images, she wouldn't make them like a focal point of the project. Here is the second one, but she kind of rather incorporates them in the whole project, so they are more like a background. You can't easily extract them. It does make sense to me, so maybe, you know, this is the way. I'm just again sharing with you what I heard, what I found out, what I know. So what I'm going to do from now on, I guess, is, first of all, I don't think I'm going to be using again images from just one person there, or from just one collection, because then I believe it can make them kind of be interpreted as competing with the original, you know, which was never my intention. I wouldn't imagine my kit, which was, you know, papers with backgrounds, with all of those layers, would in any way compete with her product, which were beautiful images, but for a completely different purpose, I would say, and in a completely different format. But if that's the case, then yeah, I kind of, you know, I absolutely accept that, and this is definitely her view on this, and she's the author of the images, so that's what I'm going with. So I am not going to be using one kit or one set of images, or images from just one author. I think I'm going to rely more on public domain images, and I will use these images from Creative Market, because I still intend to buy some images with the commercial license from there too. I will use them sort of like an addition, beautiful addition to the project, and I will make sure I make my own compositions from scratch. I honestly did not know that it was required, because I thought that, I mean, I bought the compositions, you know, I bought the commercial rights to the compositions, but of course, now that I know, I'm going to stop using the compositions whatsoever, unless for my personal projects, of course. And yeah, and I'll just keep going. So another important thing that I want to stress here is you guys who bought these images from me, you are absolutely free to use them for your physical projects, even for sale. It does not change. You know, I talked with the author, and she specifically told me that that I could still sell my kit in a physical format. So for physical projects, using the compositions, I understand, is it's fine. So you guys are fine even if you bought the kit in a digital format, but you don't use it for digital things. You use it for your physical project, and even if you sell it, then you are free to do so, because you are free to sell physical products with these papers, and you are most definitely free to use it for your personal use. So don't worry, guys. This was my mistake, and I fixed it by changing the form that I sell these particular papers to physical. And if you use them as physical as well, then you're absolutely fine to use them. So this was a question I got a few times, and I hope this answers it. So you're definitely free to use the images. And what else? It's something else I wanted to say. So yes, so the kit is now back in the Etsy store, but in physical format. And I know that the shipping, I thought the shipping would be the most problematic, because of course it's never cheap to ship from Poland to, for example, the US, or to Australia, Canada, wherever. Even in Europe, it's not very cheap. So I thought if anything was a problem, then that would be with selling the kit in the physical format. But I would like you guys to give me your advice. Would you like to have more of my kits? I mean, I obviously just have 3, but I will be making more. Would you guys like to have more of them offered in a printed format? And then, of course, because I'm going to send them as a letter, the shipping is not going to rise, and I would refund you the difference, you know, between what you pay and what it actually costs when we combine a few kits together. So that was the idea that I had, and and I don't know, I will have to think about it myself. But do let me know what you think, what you would like. I know some of you guys don't have printers, for example, so for those of you, maybe the printed kits would be a good idea, just with the shipping combined. I presume that would make it more affordable and more worth it, I think. So anyway, I said it already. I wrote a post on my community page, but I want to say it again here, that I am so grateful to you guys for your understanding, for your trust in me, for your faith in me, for your amazing support. I was scared to. I was really scared to post that video, to upload that video, you know, because I was afraid of being criticized. I never intended to do any harm, but I was still afraid that people might not understand it. But you guys did understand it, and you showed me so much support and so much love that I literally, like, I spent that evening reading through your comments and crying because I was so happy and so relieved and so grateful, and also so emotional. That's why I was crying. But yeah, I truly consider myself the luckiest girl here on YouTube for having the most wonderful community of the most understanding, supportive, amazing people. So yeah, you guys are just the best. You are the best. Yes, so thank you. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart, really. And yeah, I just wanted to also let you know that I was upset because I was like, I was feeling guilty. I did not intend to do this, to use the images in the wrong way, but I still did. So I was upset, and yeah, that was a hard day for me last week. But I am back on creating. I'm not going to stop creating digitals. I love it. I learned a lot from the situation. I learned what went wrong. I now know so much more. So I'm not going to let this one situation bring me down so much that I'm done with creating. I'm definitely not. I enjoy making digitals too much for that, and so I am now creating another digital kit. It's actually the one that I started before making the fall one, and I stopped to make the fall one first. But I love this one, and this one honestly is like 100%. The focal points are 100% public domain images, so at least, you know, I'm kind of not worried about breaking any rules, because I'm using images that are in public domain. So so that's always good. And yeah, I hope you guys will like it. I'm loving it so far. I can't wait to share this one with you. And yes, I hope you will like it. And yeah, I don't know if I should say anything else. If there is anything else that you guys would like to know about all of this, let me know in the comments, or write me a message. If I know the answer, I will be happy to help you. There are still a lot of things about it that I don't understand myself, but whatever I know, I will gladly share with you, so that so that we can, you know, help each other and be there for each other, share our knowledge and learn together. So yeah. Okay. I think I can stop this topic now. I think I covered most of what I wanted to cover. And I'm really having fun making these little clusters, and definitely give it a try. I'm using so many stuff that I haven't used in a while, like the Tim Holtz ephemera. It's something that I hoard, but now I'm just going on with it, using it, and I love it. I love using it. I love these, especially these tiny elements. They work so well with small projects like this one. So definitely give it a try. Of course, I'm also using a lot of my scraps, because I cut all of these shapes, circles and ovals from the papers that I pulled out of my scraps box. So that's always good. That's always good to use scraps. Oh, okay, I'm still kind of thinking about all of this. I'm still kind of thinking if I should say anything more, if I missed something, but I don't know, really. I kind of feel like I said it all. I said all that I wanted to say, and yes, if there is anything else you would like to know about all of this, let me know please, and I will help you however I can. I would like something in this corner here, but I'm not sure what. These chipboard stickers are so beautiful, but I stopped using them. I used them when I was doing scrapbooking and Project Life, and then I stopped using them when I was no longer doing scrapbooking, because they are quite chunky. They chunk up. They can chunk up your projects quite a lot, and of course with scrapbooking I wanted my layouts to be dimensional. I liked it, but now I am like, I'm kind of trying to, you know what it is with paper crafts and with things that you make for your journals. You want them to be kind of flat, but today I just thought, you know, if you have a few more chunky elements in your projects, then there's no harm in that, isn't there? It still will look nice, and these are really gorgeous, so I really want to use more of them, and just trying to find ways to use my stash. When I moved recently, and I'm still actually in the process of organizing all of my stuff in my new room, but I found a lot of things that I used to use, and or that I bought and I thought I would use, but I never used them, or I never use them anymore. And it just got me thinking, you know, why is it focused? I hope so. Why buy new stuff if I have so much things to use already in my stash? And yeah, I want to use things. So I'm adding, I love these are Tim Holtz clipboard words, I think, something like that, and they are awesome because first of all I love the fonts, and you know, I love how different they all are. You can always find something that matches your project, especially if you are like, maybe I want it like this, if you are like if you like vintage style, then definitely you can find something there for yourself. This is how this one turned out. But they are also so random. They are so random, guys. I don't like probably I've added them to this project and probably none of them make any sense whatsoever. But I don't mind it, honestly. I'm just enjoying the process here. And I like, well, I really need to be more mindful of the time that I'm filming, because my camera stops automatically after 30 minutes, which I feel is a little bit annoying, and it just stopped. So I don't know what I was saying when it stopped. I hope it was just a few seconds. But I think I just wanted to tell you that I'm of course covering up a lot of this paper. I have just a little bit of it peeking through behind the little collages that I make, but that's kind of my idea here. I don't mind it. I'm using scraps, so I'm okay with covering up a lot of it. And yeah, just looking for something, maybe like a little label. I have a lot of blue labels here, but blue is not the color I would like to use here. How about this field label? No, that's better. Maybe something like this. Just stapled it. You guys know I like using stapler in my projects, and I have these cool like bronze bronze staples from AliExpress, and they add a really nice touch to my project, so I definitely like using it. Also a nice texture, so it's all good. I like my staples. Okay, I love this magic glue that I'm using, but the problem that I have with it is that the tube is very much not durable and it breaks often, and then I get glue all over my hands, all over everything basically. Maybe a butterfly here, one like this, or maybe I would like one maybe flying away from the scene. Do I have any flying butterflies that would... I have this one, and it's actually the same as here on this little ephemera piece, so why not? Now I have to be careful so I don't glue my hands on my desk. Maybe here, yeah, I like it. And maybe some little elements to make it more sparkly. I like my gold. I actually ordered, I am out of a gold mist, and I love gold splatters so much, and I just ordered one. I'm waiting for it to be delivered. I hope to have it today, or maybe tomorrow. And yeah, I used to add gold splatters everywhere, you know, guys. It was before my YouTube times, I would say, so you probably didn't see much of it here on my channel, but trust me when I say it that I used to add gold splatters everywhere, and I love the effect. I love a little bit of gold on my project, so I'm probably going to go back to this habit when I have my gold mist. Okay, I like it. Do I want any text here, or is it maybe too busy already? I love how those little clusters come out, and they are busy, of course, but they are also cute. I don't mind them being busy at all. Maybe this one. Oh, I have my handle of my blending tool all in glue, so yeah, that's what I was talking about, you know, with the breaking tube. It's kind of hard to avoid getting glue on everything. So how would I like it? Like this maybe? Yeah, like that. So with this glue, it's great. I love the nozzle, you know, that it's very precise. And I use this glue for everything. It glues paper, fabric. It's a great glue. It's my favorite one. I've never had any problems with it, but I mean with the gluing part, but it does sometimes break, so you have to be very careful when you operate this tube. Okay, there is a little bit of shine with those little confetti stars. Okay, what do we have so far? Okay, we've made 5. Do we want? I think I want one more with a tag. So let's make one more, and let's see if we have any more of these tags. What could we use? This one maybe. Oh, I love this one. Okay, this one it is. Quick decision. So I'm actually working on a little restock for my Etsy shop, and I hope to have it in October. So I will have a few journals, different themes. I will also have a few ephemera holders, which is exciting. I really love making those ephemera holders that you guys saw. That, well, we made some of those together, and I also sold some as custom orders previously. And I really enjoy making them, so I'm happy to make more and add them to my store. I use my ephemera holders all the time. I'm already considering making more. I think I would need at least 2 more, because they're very comfortable. Like, I have a lot of stuff in boxes. This was one of my ways of dealing with a very limited space in my apartment, just putting things in boxes, because you know you can stack them up on top of each other and they take much less space this way. So I have a lot of things in boxes, and yeah, it's okay, I guess, but it does make using those things more difficult, because I don't grab for them that often. And with my ephemera holders, when I have everything on hand, I just grab for them and I just use them, you know. So it's so much easier to use my stash this way. Okay, so I have a few pieces. So basically I'm doing the same thing over and over. I pick a piece, I pick a little scrap, a little postage stamp, I layer them up, I add some focal point. So you see, even if you do the same thing over and over, you can still have fun with it, and you can still have so many projects, little projects that look different from each other, because I would say each one of those little embellishments that we made today, each one of them is different, even though I'm making them with the same things, with the same images, or images from the same collection actually. So come up. Like this. Okay, what else could we add to this one? Maybe a little bit more like that. I want a little bit of this string. This is a baker's twine, and I love the color. I actually ordered turquoise, not green, and I got green. I ordered it online, and at first I was not very happy with it because the turquoise looked really pretty, but then I'm using it so much and it matches everything, because I make so much nature themed projects that I'm really glad I got it, and I really like it. It's pretty, it's green, not turquoise. Okay, so we have this. What else? I want a little label. I really do want a little label somewhere here. I feel like this corner of the little tag could use a label. Oof, there's a perfect one. Let me glue it down. I'm going to have to, I think, try to tape this tear here, because I don't want to waste the glue. I want to keep using it, but it's so so irritating when you get covered in glue every time you pick it up. Okay, this is pretty. I love it. This is so cute. I just see it on a page or on an envelope or a pocket. I really like how this is turning out. I hope you do too. Do I want to use maybe like this? Yeah, I think I do. And I also think I will need another pack of these tiny Tim Holtz ephemera. It feels so good to actually use your stash. I'm so used to hoarding that it's funny that I say it, but it does feel so good to use your stash, and it gives me this like a sense of satisfaction that it wasn't wasted money, because of course this is quite pricey. Tim Holtz stuff is quite pricey here in Poland, so but I really wanted to use these. Do I want this here? Yeah, maybe. I really wanted to use these pieces. I've never had a Tim Holtz ephemera pack before, so when I saw these in a online store that I buy from sometimes, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to get it, but it's kind of, you know, expensive, so if I get it I have to use it. And guess what? So I got it, and I haven't used it for like months now, maybe 2-3 months that I had these, so it feels so good to actually use it. Oh, okay, all right, I don't think we need much more to this one. So this is how this one turned out. Let me show you all of them, and I think this will actually be the end. I hope you guys enjoyed the project. I'm sorry if my kind of the way I talked about the copyright was a little bit chaotic. It seems and it feels a little bit chaotic and vague, so I don't think there is a different way to talk about it if you're not a lawyer. But I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you maybe were able to learn something like I did. I learned a lot. I was upset, as you guys, some of you noticed after my last video, but that's just because I felt so bad about like doing something wrong, you know. I've never wanted to use this artist's beautiful work in a way that it was not supposed to be used. So that's what I was upset about with myself. But yeah, I decided to treat it like a lesson, and I learned a lot, and now I am so excited to create more kits for you guys and to figure out a way to do it with the knowledge that I have now. So that's great. And yeah, I hope to have a new kit definitely in October. I would love it. And October is my birthday month, so this kit will be pretty special for me, and I love how this is turning out. And also definitely maybe a winter or Christmas kit later in November, or maybe late in October. I will see how I do with work. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for crafting with me today. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.